Hello everyone, welcome back to another market review. So, I didn't take any trades today, and overall the bias and direction for today was correct. It's just no model presented itself, and I'll just be going over what I was looking at. So, starting off with the news calendar, this is the only red folder news day of the week, and we have news at 8:30 a.m. So that's something to keep in mind. Normally, I'd start looking for setups 30 minutes prior to this. Alright, so going to the analysis side of things, we know that on the daily, we are really extended in this huge bullish leg all the way up to all-time highs. We still have a fair value gap, multiple fair value gaps resting below us, but until we have a intermediate time frame SMTs on the high to look for that retracement, then I'll just continue bullish. But today we did have a previous week high SMT with NQ and YM taking out previous week high, but ES failed to. So right here, that means we have a previous week high SMT, which now confirms that we are looking for kind of like a short-term bearish scenario, taking a trade from external range of liquidity back into internal range of liquidity in the form of this daily fair value gap. So but because it's a weekly framework, so on the 6-hour chart, a previous week high SMT, it is confirmed by either previous day high SMT or previous session high SMT. You only go down 2 time frames to look for the confirmation of this framework. That's why when we have a previous day high SMT, we enter off previous session high or previous 90-minute high. That's 2 time frames below. But in this case, previous week high, that means at the very least we'd need a previous session high SMT and entry confirmation to be a part of this down move. I also put here a screenshot of how the 90-minute was looking. All assets closed above previous day high, so we have no previous day high SMT, but this is just how it was looking before. And the game plan for today was the bias. It's bearish. What would be the invalidation of the bias for today would be if we had an invalidation of the previous week high SMT. Forgot to add that. When am I looking for a trade? 8 a.m. And where am I looking for a trade in price is a previous session high SMT targeting daily fair value gap. So action plan for today is just a previous session high SMT in the PM session. The reason why it's in the PM session is that in the AM session we already all assets closed above previous session high on the New York AM session. So the only possibility to get a trade would be in the PM session, which we didn't end up getting. But overall, this is how the 90-minute chart was looking like while I was doing this pre-market research, and now this is the 90-minute chart afterwards. So as you can see, the bias for today was correct. We were up here, and then we've now delivered very bearishly from there, and we are making our ways towards the daily fair value gap, which would be kind of my low-hanging fruit target. And we're also disrespecting this new week opening gap, where kind of like we closed above it and now we're just pushing through it again. So I'm possibly seeing this previous week high SMT right here as high of the week, and I'd expect similar prices for the rest of the week, or until we get an opposing previous day low SMT. That was about it. We didn't have any previous session high in the PM session. This is the PM session we're seeing now, and as you can see, all assets have closed below previous session low, which is showing more signs of bearishness. But no asset went higher and created that previous session high SMT. So that's just how it is sometimes. The bias was correct, but no model present to capitalize off, which is fine because there's always tomorrow, and tomorrow this framework will still be intact, this previous week high to daily fair value gap. So we'll just see how things are looking then. Alright, so that was the video, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.